So Tractor Time with Tim this morning posted a video about his new 2022 7.3 liter F350 gas engine F350, and he traded in his 2018 F350. And I figured my story might be very pertinent and useful to, and I know some of the viewers, his channel is much larger than mine, but some of his viewers may, or my viewers may find my story equally interesting, so to speak. So this is my 2013 F250. You've seen it in some videos. I mean, you've seen it in a lot of videos. I have done a couple videos on it. Normally, my cardinal rule is to not say anything about trucks on my YouTube channel because it just tends to be a very divisive subject. But hopefully this is just going to be very factual, and this is my story. I sat in this truck in April of 2013 for the first time, and it had just come off the car hauler, had 2.5 miles on it, picked it up later that week with 19 miles on it, and it currently has 213,000 miles on it. I've put all but probably about 10,000 miles on this truck. It's hauled a trailer for approximately 50,000 miles of that around the country, mostly my PJ, but other trailers include a couple of deck over, bumper pull trailers, and some other trailers around different places. So, I mean, just very, very happy with the truck. You know, no complaints. It's going to stick around. I'm not planning on getting rid of it. I'm going to use it still. But in January 2020, late 2019, early 2020, my wife and I were talking about upgrading. And we were looking at buying an F350 in January, February of 2020. Life got busy. Then came March. Then the world went to hell in a handbasket. We decided, well, maybe we should just sit on our cash versus buying a new truck. Well, lo and behold, we should have bought the new truck in 2020. I think a lot of people have realized that. So fast forward to 2021, we get to about mid 2021, we decide that, well, it's really time to buy a new truck. We're just going to suck it up. So I start shopping. Our shopping experiences are extremely poor at majority of dealerships. Anybody who had a truck wanted a new truck, wanted, 5,000 over, 6,000, 7,000 over MSRP. In October of 2021, we were in North Carolina. I found, because I'd been shopping, I found a 2021 F350 limited truck, $84,000, which is pretty much sticker price. And there was a $2,500 cash offer. And I was like, oh, great. Okay, well, I had this one. This was right after I put the dent in the bed on this one, which I'll talk about here in just a second. It was right after I put the dent in the bed on this one. And so I was like, oh, great. We didn't need to trade this one in. We were going to keep it. So called up the dealer. It's like, hey, interested in this truck, can you, oh yeah, great. And they didn't say anything about price. I was like, so the price on the website's right. And they were like, oh yeah, it's right. So $84,000. I was like, great, perfect. I'll be into this truck. And, we just got 2 trucks to drive home back to South Dakota. No big deal. Well, lo and behold, dealership was about 3 hours away. Lo and behold, we are about an hour down the road, and we get the invoice, and the truck is over it was $100 and some odd thousand. I think there was a $5,000 dealer markup in there. And so we said, screw that, turned around, got really cheesed off about the whole deal. It's like if you advertise it on your website, you probably need to, if you're just planning on doing a bait and switch, and oh yeah, we'll still take it. We'll pay the extra. They said something about tax. They were charging me like an extra 2.9% tax, which I don't know. That was just stupid. And they came up with some BS about how that requires Ford. If you can't tell, I'm still kind of salty on the deal. But anyway, so I was so PO'd at that point that I kind of said, screw it. Kept driving this one. We would really wanted a third vehicle. And so in January of 22, decided to bite the bullet, walked into the local Ford dealer. They were very nice. Basically, truck was $1,000 below MSRP, and I ordered a 2022 F350, basically same exact truck. Just a 350, same black and tan color combo. I'm a huge fan of two-tone trucks. In fact, all but one of my vehicles has been a two-tone truck. That truck, 6.7, four-wheel-drive, basically carbon copy of this one right here. No differences really. This one's got the 331 rear end. That one had a 355 rear end. I really wanted that upgrade on the, plus it had the 10-speed over the 6-speed this one's got. Well, about May, just this one got some water in the differential a while back. We don't know exactly how it happened, but basically the differential was shot. It started humming. And so in early May of 2022, we were without the truck for a week. And that really told my wife and I that we needed a third vehicle, because I'm not sure who was going to kill who. Trying to adhere to our schedule and at the same time tote the other one around as we get from place to place, because we only had one vehicle, because we were without it for basically a Monday to Monday, so full 7 days. That weekend, because it was spring, not having a truck probably cost me about $1,500 in flipped tractors that I could have gone and picked up. And yeah, it just was not a good situation. And we recognized that we needed a new truck. Well, so I started shopping. That was in early June. I started shopping. It wasn't until August that I felt comfortable to start really. I wasn't going to buy one from a used car lot, because frankly, I don't trust used car dealers. And also at the same time, I wasn't willing to pay what a used car dealer wanted. I mean, you're talking about, trucks were just astronomical. And so what did I do? I shopped at auctions. Well, by about July, August, it was very, very apparent. Keep in mind the 22 was on order. It was very, very apparent that I was not going to get my 22. So we started really actively shopping. Well, enter the 2018 F350. King Ranch, just basically the truck I ordered, other than it's a 2018 and it's got the 331 rear end and the 6-speed transmission. So basically just a straight 5-year update and a 1-ton over 3/4 ton from the 250. That's it. I bought this truck in October. You may have seen it in some videos. I bid on 3 or 4 at auction and didn't get any of them. This one was a very local auction, in person only. It was the only truck there that was actually a real estate auction. Really, really happy with it. The reason I purchased it is the 2018. Older couple bought it in 2018 along with a travel trailer, and they put a grand total of 20,120 miles on it. I have driven it more probably in the last 2 months than they drove it all of last year. Basically, I've already driven it 2,000 miles since I've owned it, and I'll put probably an additional 3,500 miles on it here in the next month and a half. So it's going to be it's a truck. It's designed to be driven. But basically, that is my current truck. Now, going back to the 22 order, the 22 order obviously is not going to get built unless they build it this coming week, which is slim to none. And originally, I bought this truck with no intentions of ordering a 23 or holding over my order to a 2023. Mostly because of the price difference and also the interest expense. When I ordered the 2022, interest rates, or my interest expense over a 5-year loan was going to be $1,200. Interest expense on this truck right here is going to be close to $7,000. And then interest expense on the 22, if it would have showed up in say March, would have been, even more depending on how much interest rates go up. But Ford was nice. I would say they were nice. I figure you'd have your crap together and you wouldn't let people order vehicles that you couldn't build. But Ford was nice, and they offered me a $5,000 private cash. Well, they offered anybody that had a 22 held order, $5,000 private cash offer to order a 22. Dealer worked with me a little bit, and we got the 23 within $500 of the 22 price. And the only difference is instead of black, it's going to be blue. I think the blue was a little bit better color than the black. With the, I'm not really a huge fan of the rims that are going to come with the 23s, but it is what it is. And there's no sunroof in the 23, but I didn't want a sunroof in the 22. This one has the sunroof. The sunroof just happened to come with the trim package. Mostly I was after the LED headlights. The power running boards, I kind of agree with Tim. Power running boards are, I'm not really a huge fan. However, after extensive conversations with the dealer, we determined that you can fit fixed running boards on the truck. You may have to do some reprogramming, rewiring and stuff like that. The dealer may have to do that, but you can have that done. Now, I did go with a 6.7 on this one. Obviously, I didn't have a choice, but I also ordered a 6.7 diesel on the new 2023. But if you can't tell, I do drive over 20,000 miles a year. So that means that in a period of basically 100,000 miles every 4 to 5 years. And I show no signs of that decreasing in the near future. Also, at the same time, I wanted a 350 over the 250 because I do want to get a gooseneck trailer so I can haul tractors like my DN730. So that is my story on trucks. If you want to, I can give a video. I mean, this channel is certainly not about trucks. I never intended to be about trucks, nor do I want it to be about trucks. But maybe when my 2023 comes in, I will do a quick video of it. I don't have any complaints with this 2018. It's a very nice truck. It's certainly going to fit the bill for us having the desire to have 3 vehicles for the near future. I don't see any problems with it. As soon as the 2023 comes in, it will be up for sale, if not beforehand. In fact, once we get confirmation the 2023 has been built, I will probably go ahead and put it up for sale. If anybody is interested, they will 2018 F350 will be for sale sometime in April to August. I don't know when. I'm clearly not going to be a happy camper if Ford can't get my truck built this year. The only other quick complaint I have is, and this is just for everybody's knowledge, not really, it's a complaint, it's a genuine complaint. So when I bought the truck, I knew, or when I bid on the truck and won the truck, I knew it had some damage back here. They ran into something, had a little scrape down here on the bumper, etc., etc. Not a, whatever, it's 2018. It's 4 years old, it's going to have a little bit of damage to it. And I knew the taillight was cracked right here. And I knew there was some water in the taillight. It's an LED taillight. It did work. I did make sure it worked. So I wasn't too concerned about it. Figured, oh, that's super easy. When I backed into the tree on the 2013, I ordered a new taillight. It was $29.99 and it showed up, and it took me 30 seconds to replace it after I got done redoing the metal to where it would fit. Well, I knew this one was going to be a little bit more expensive because it was LED and had the blind spot radar in it, but I did not realize how much it was. This single taillight right here is $1,083, which I just think is ridiculous. I don't know why they made it a single component. That is the stupidest thing I have ever seen. I was thinking it was going to be like $200 or $300, not over $1,000. There is no aftermarket that I can find on it, but I suppose I'm going to have to pay the $1,000 to get it fixed here pretty quick, or to replace it here pretty quickly. So, because it will be fixed before I sell it, because I'm not going to sell somebody something like that. So, and here's the damage on the 2013. Like I said, the 2013, that's where I ran into the tree. The 2013 works perfectly fine. It's got a little bit of rust in the bed. No big deal there. Just really, it's a nice truck. It's going to stay here. The 2018 will go down the road as soon as the 2023 gets here. So, have questions, comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching.